welcome to meet the author of We Choose Joy. Today I have the beautiful Theresa, and I am just so honored that I get to chat with her today because she has been a dear friend for the last couple of years. And I wanted to point out that she is also the author of 20 Lives Ignited. So you'll see some of these authors were in both of these books, but today we're focusing on We Choose Joy. And please introduce yourself. Who are you? What do you do? And thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled to be here. My name is Theresa Ream. I am the founder of several multi-million-dollar businesses known as the Ream Companies. My oldest business is 42 years old, and it's one of the largest minority woman-owned restoration companies on the Central Coast of California. I also own Cypress Cabinets and First Team, which is we go ahead and do like soft contents when people have fires and restore their items. I also own a Flooring America floor, and it's called Floor Store USA because I couldn't think of any other name for it except the floor store. So all of my businesses are pretty well established, 20, 30 years, except for First Team. We just started that about 2 years ago. I also have a lifestyle, like engineering business with that I help women CEOs, establish women CEOs, kind of gain clarity so they can move forward in a way that they want to, not somebody else's role. So that's one that I really enjoy. I'm also a podcaster with with Expert Insights, and we'll start our third season in June. Best-selling author, and we both are, and so that's good. Also, I'm a contributor for marketing, money. I always say it wrong.
I do too.
Media Marketing and Money magazine as a business expert. So those are a few of my roles and fun things that I do.
I love that our lives have aligned with each other and that we cross over on so many different levels. So that's such an honor to do life with you in many different ways. With that, what made you choose to be a part of this anthology? I mean, you had just done the other one the year before. What made you decide to do this one?
Well, I love writing. I really liked being part of 20 Lives Ignited because I got close to a lot of women that I'm still close to now. I really love the curator, Linda. I would say her last name, but I always really mess it up super bad. I loved her. I wanted to be involved with her again. And a lot of the women are in Erie, Pennsylvania, which I've really made a lot of connections there. So when Linda said, hey, and we're doing a second one, and I jumped on board.
How can you say no to Linda? You just can't. Being in that space and her energy is just such a beautiful gift in all of our lives. So with this one, obviously it was different from the 20 Lives Ignited. Can you tell us a little bit about your chapter and give us like a little teaser on kind of what brought you to writing about what you wrote about?
Well, I really love helping women kind of recognize their soul's purpose, because a lot of times we're living someone else's dreams, what other people expect of us. And I wrote about the whisper because that's how it was for me. It was a small, like little whisper, like, you need to do this. And it started very early. And one of the whispers I am turned into a 42-year-old business now. And that was being a restoration contractor. I would follow a restoration contractor around when I was probably about 12, 13. And I was amazed that he helped our community so much and would rebuild people's homes when they had fires or floods. And so I listened to that whisper, but there was always a whisper to help help women. I've always been an advocate for women. And so as I started stepping more into that role, I wanted to help other women realize what their whisper was. And that leads to your soul's purpose. And a lot of, I know a lot of women that I coach, they feel like their lives are uneventful, unsatisfying, and it's because they're not following that expansiveness of what their true purpose is.
I love that. Your chapter spoke a lot to me personally as an entrepreneur that has been raising two sets of twins over the last 16 years. And really how, the second I became a mom, I listened to my whisper. And my whisper is actually what led me to you through the tutoring business that I have. And I think that it's just been such a gift as a woman to give yourself permission to listen to that inner voice and not always feel pulled and called to the distractions in our life. So I'm so grateful for your chapter and for the messages, and it's definitely worth reading. You've got to read it. It's amazing. And so that leads me into my next question. I already know the answer to this, but do you have any future projects, any future books that you're going to write individually, or other anthologies that you're going to be a part of? Please share. I'm so excited about this.
Yes, I am going to be in my third book, third anthology, and it's about moms in business, moms that are entrepreneurs. We don't have a title yet. We're just beginning it. So I'm really excited to that. Even though I don't know if I'm the only grandmother in it or not, but I am a mom right now because I adopted my grandson at 6 years old, and he's now 12, going on 13. And so I'm a mom for the second time around. So I'm going to be writing from that perspective to help younger mothers kind of see different angles of motherhood.
Mhm.
And I'll be writing about the seasonality of our motherhood journey.
That's beautiful and so exciting. I can't wait for that book to come out. We'll definitely drop it in the podcast and the website and everything. And I really
I have
appreciate.
another one too.
Oh,
I,
do
I
tell me.
want to write my own book, and I've been talking to Corey
Mhm.
about that. And it will be for probably an inspirational book for women entrepreneurs, something they can pick up daily and read. Sometimes we have inspirational books, but they're not geared towards women entrepreneurs. So I would like to do something like that.
We definitely need a bunch of resources in that space for sure. Because it is a very it can be scary and intimidating, or it can be the total opposite and be the exact fit for somebody. And so I can't wait for that book now too. Oh, I didn't know about that one. That was a nice surprise. Thank you. You have such a beautiful heart, and it comes through every single thing you write, from the magazines to a Facebook post to the anthologies to just even conversations. And so I want to give you space to share maybe a message, something on your heart, something that you would love the listeners to receive.
Yes. Well, not enough women really realize that they don't give themselves enough self-care, and they don't propel forward. It's like the life wants to be expressed through us, and energy flows out of us. And if we're in alignment with our gifts, it freely flows from one person to another. And you should be able to walk up to every single person and give them something. Give them something, whether it's just a small word of encouragement or anything. So that's what I've really been studying a lot about women entrepreneurs, and we have a lot going on. We have so many tasks to do in a day, because not only do we do our work, we take care of the home. We take care of most of the things, the tasks in the home. We take care of most of the child rearing. And we've just lost a lot of time. You know, in the 60s, there was more grown-up time. Now, if you have kids and you're working, there's not a lot of grown-up time for either yourself or you and your partner or your husband. And so there's a message I want to get out to women, and be able to help them navigate through that. I've got lots of tips and tricks on how to mitigate that. So that's what I've been working on, and that's what's been on my heart the last couple of months. It's magnified.
I think we must be on the same vibration, because I literally just had that same conversation with my husband last night. And so just listening to you, that's interesting. And I can't wait to privately maybe chat with you about that, because that is the exact space that I've been in this year as I have started another business. And so thank you so much for sharing that, because it needs a light, and you are the light to shine that. And I think that that is perfect. And thank you for sharing that with the listeners. So this was episode 17. I forgot to introduce it that way, but thank you so much for everyone who's listened to episode 17. Please share it out. Please go ahead and listen to all the other authors. This is a very special space that these beautiful 22 women have created. And again, the book, the link is always there for you to purchase it. And thank you so much for listening.